Hello and welcome everyone. I am Deepali, Khetrapal, an NLP practitioner. I am here to discuss with you certain core values which may seem small but play an important role in achieving success in life. Do hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss upcoming episodes. So, we will be discussing the meaning of these values through various examples and stories and how we can imbibe these values and make them a part of our life. Once a young girl said to her father, "Oh, Dad, Green Bay isn't even a city on this map. Don't worry, when I'm done with that team, it will be." That's what the legendary coach Vince Lombardi told his daughter when he and his family were about to move from New York to the tiny town of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Lombardi was widely regarded in the league as one of the best offensive coaches in the game of football. But until that point, he only had a chance to prove himself as an assistant coach. So, although he had to relocate his family to Green Bay, he was excited to get his first shot at being a head coach. So excited, in fact, that his first words to his team upon arrival were, "Gentlemen, we are going to relentlessly chase perfection. Knowing fully well we will not catch it because nothing is perfect. But we are going to relentlessly chase it, because in the process we will catch excellence. I am not even remotely interested in being just good." This speech captivated the team, especially the starting quarterback, Bart Starr, who said, "I couldn't even sit in my chair. I was so excited." This was a team that had little to believe in. Before Lombardi, they had not had a winning record in over a decade. So they knew that in order to achieve the success that their coach expected, they had an uphill battle. So they worked and never stopped. The coach demanded great effort out of each of his players all of the time. He personally would work from 7 in the morning till 11 at night, relentlessly chasing perfection. This relentless work created a powerhouse in Green Bay. Lombardi won so many championships with this team that Green Bay soon became known as Title Town. Let's talk about the typical paralyzing nature of perfection. If you've ever had a goal, you know how exciting it can be at first. You can see the perfect after photo of your life when the goal is achieved and you love what you see. You imagine all of the great things about the new you and you can't wait to get started working towards that goal. Then it's time to actually do the work, and whether that work is putting pen to paper or putting foot to treadmill, you get a sudden rush of being completely overwhelmed. You see just how much work it's going to take to get from where you are to where you want to be. Then you get paralyzed by the fact that you don't know where to begin. So you procrastinate. You see that you are so far from achieving that perfect body. You are so far from getting that degree. You're even so far from having a perfect, clean garage. And right now doesn't feel like the perfect time to get started. So why bother? Why not wait for a time that does feel right? This perfectionism is one of the key demotivators in achieving our goals. After our initial enthusiasm wears off, we hit the middle of the journey and the perfect body seems so far out of our grasp, so we think, what's the point? We'll never get there. Now, reaching for perfection, the way to achieve excellence and perfection is through experience. And experience is filled with mistakes. If it were not, we would not learn very much from it. It is admirable to aspire to perfection, but foolish indeed to expect that it will come quickly or without mistakes. It certainly pays to expect the best of yourself. It also pays to be realistic and patient. Perfection in any endeavor is an aiming point, not a starting point. Let the desire for it push you, but don't let the absence of it stop you. If you're ever going to get anything done, you must start somewhere. More specifically, you must start where you are. Even in a world of instant fortunes, instant communication, and instant gratification, it is still true that anything of true and lasting value takes time and effort. Aim for perfection and follow the less than perfect road that will get you there. Now, how to become inspired by perfection rather than paralyzed? Chasing perfection does not have to be like this. Lombardi and the Green Bay Packers are proof. They used perfection to motivate them to create a team of excellence. So, what can we do to become motivated by perfection rather than paralyzed? Let's discuss 3 proven ways to use perfection to your advantage. First is chunk it up. The biggest reason that we become demotivated by perfection is because we get the feeling of being overwhelmed. When our brain takes a look at how much work we need to do in order to reach perfection, it believes that it is hopelessly out of reach. Chunking is the process of shifting your focus from that larger goal into smaller chunks that are easier for your brain to comprehend. If your goal is to follow a 12-week exercise plan, it can be overwhelming when you are tired on day 4 and thinking about the fact that you have 80 more days of this. But if you shift your focus to simply accomplishing the workout plan today, you are far less likely to become overwhelmed. Then before you know it, 20, 40, 60 days have passed and you are more confident than ever that we can make it to the end. So break up your idea of perfection into small chunks. Use the larger goal to set your direction, but then focus only on what you need to do next in order to achieve it. Write terrible first drafts. Doing is better than perfect. This is the Facebook company motto. Let's understand with an example. Our brains become overwhelmed when we seek perfection. There is a much clearer path from a blank screen to a terrible first draft than there is a blank screen to a perfectly written article. Because I knew that whatever I came up with didn't have to be perfect, I had the freedom to simply write. Then once I had a terrible first draft written, it would be one step closer to the perfectly written article that I was seeking, leading to more productivity, less procrastination, and less frustration. So just do it. You may not have the perfect workout, but the only bad workout is the one that you didn't do. It may not be perfect time to start that project, but any progress is better than no progress. You can't improve on something that doesn't exist in the first place. Third point, focus on your effort, not the result. Despite his best intention of perfection, Vince Lombardi knew what he was getting himself into. He had a losing team that was far away from championship caliber. But he didn't expect a championship out of his team. He didn't expect perfect results. He expected perfect effort. Results are ultimately out of our control. You could follow a strict diet plan and exercise every single day. But you cannot control how your body will respond. You may lose 1 kg, you may lose 5 kgs, or you may lose 20 kgs. Perfection is not found in results. Perfection is found in your effort. Making sure that you do the right things to make progress every single day. That is the only thing you can control when working towards your goal. The result is ultimately just a guess. So, shift your idea of perfection from the result to the process that it will take to get there. Always ask yourself, how can I do this better? So perfection is something we all strive for. We want to be a part of creating something truly great, whether that is a great product, a great body, or a great life. This pursuit of perfection has the power to motivate us or to completely paralyze us. Do not become paralyzed by the pursuit of perfection. Break up your huge goals into small chunks, write terrible first drafts, and focus on your effort, not your results. And find the strength to just do it. You don't need to be great to start, but you do need to start to be great. This is your friend Deepali Khetrapal signing off. Stay tuned, keep smiling, God bless.